Hi, this is Zenzi. What does it take to become a global icon in the making? Well, the Book of Hope. And don't think I don't have my own David Graybeard. She's asleep. Zenzi understands consciousness better than most humans I've met. What does it also take? A lot of joy and friendship. Little shimmying. Finding your true soulmates. It takes a bit of light on life, understanding what we're made of currently. We are just not at all understanding human functioning. We're going to get a couple quotes from His Holiness the Dalai Lama in The Universe in a Single Atom. We're going to start with, today's challenges are so great and the dangers of the misuse of technology so global, entailing a potential catastrophe for all humankind, that I feel we need a moral compass that we can use collectively without getting bogged down in doctrinal differences. Our one key factor that we need is a holistic and integrated outlook at the level of human society that recognizes that fundamentally interconnected nature of all living beings and their environment. Such a moral compass must entail preserving our human sensitivity and will depend on us constantly bearing in mind our fundamental human values. We must be willing to be revolted when science, or for that matter, any human activity, plantation capitalism, crosses the line of human decency, and we must fight to retain the sensitivity that is otherwise so easily eroded. Okay, understand we're in a perilous situation as far as crossing all kinds of planetary boundaries and really making it impossible for terrestrial life on Earth to continue. Got to stop that. Throughout this book, this is 270 and then page 280 now, I hope I have made the case that one can take science seriously and accept the validity of its empirical findings without subscribing to scientific materialism. I have argued that for the need for and possibility of a worldview grounded in science, yet one that does not deny the richness of human nature and the validity of modes of knowing other than the scientific. I say this because I believe strongly that there is an intimate connection between one's conceptual understanding of the world, one's vision of human existence and its potential, and the ethical values that guide one's behavior. How we view ourselves in the world around us cannot help but affect our attitudes and our relations with our fellow human beings and the world we live in. Okay? What we need to understand right now is we are operating on a faulty, flawed, and fraudulent paradigm called the Western whiteness thought tradition. Now, I know what you're going to say. Wise feminine philosophy, entercation empire of hashtag breaking brilliant. That'll never work. What's new and novel and the way forward is in everyone's blind spots. And everyone says, oh, that's really scary. It's really not. Understanding human functioning. And I've got a few things. I got life-centric thinking, copyright, trademark. I got quantum physiology. Those are the two big main ones. Life-centric thinking goes out to all 8 billion humans across every nook and cranny Earth. That's 15 cents a person. And quantum physiology, that's the underlying, down underneath the tip of my iceberg, life-centric thinking and hashtag how to demolish racism by 2030. You're going to get quantum physiology. This is the philosophical evolution that yields the next scientific revolution. It's called the philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism, and it yields a unifying theory of all life on Earth, from single-celled amoebas to us as being conscious. We're talking consciousness is a quantum. Quantumness. Conscious quantum. We'll make up some terminology. The lexicon matters. We've really spun out with languaging and spun out with AI and spun out with social media and spun out with technology. That's what His Holiness was focusing on, genetics. I know. How come we are almost 99% genetically identical to chimps and bonobos, yet 100% more likely to eradicate terrestrial life on Earth and probably aquatic too, but they may have a chance. We're going through a hashtag